I miss them. If I can't run, I'll walk. If I can't walk, I'll crawl.
She was a voice that defied gravity. For 40 years, Celine Dion didn't just sing.
I wanted to be brave. I didn't want to let nobody down.
She sprinted across stages in 6-inch heels, pounded her chest like a prize fighter, and held notes so long that audiences forgot to breathe. She was biological perfection. She was the athlete of the soul. But today, the music has stopped, and the silence is terrifying.
I'm working hard every day, but I have to admit, it's been a struggle.
At 57 years old, Celine Dion is no longer fighting for a Grammy. She is fighting for the ability to walk from her bedroom to her kitchen without collapsing. Reports from her home in Las Vegas paint a picture that is hard to reconcile with the diva we know. The woman who once stood on the prow of the Titanic, screaming to the world that her heart would go on, is now reportedly trapped in a body that is turned against her. Her son, René-Charles, has stepped out of shadows with a heartbreaking reality check. The hope for a comeback tour is fading. The microphones are packed away. The brutal truth is this: the bird is still alive, but her wings have been clipped. In this video, we aren't just talking about a canceled tour. We are witnessing the tragic dismantling of the greatest instrument in music history. We will look at the medical horror of stiff person syndrome, a disease that breaks bones with its spasms. We will see how her son has become her guardian, and we will honor the woman who gave us everything until she had nothing left to give. This is the true story of Celine Dion's final battle.
I stopped everything with the help of doctors because when you taper these drugs, you can die as well.
When the news first broke a few years ago, the world heard the words muscle spasms. It sounded mild. We thought, okay, she needs a massage. She needs rest. She's worked too hard. We were wrong. We were so incredibly wrong. Stiff person syndrome is not a cramp. It is a torture chamber. To understand why she cannot sing, you have to understand the violence of this disease. Imagine your brain sending a signal to your leg to move, but instead of moving, your leg locks up as hard as concrete. Imagine a sudden loud noise, a car horn, a dropped plate, triggering a seizure that freezes your entire body in agony for minutes. Celine herself revealed the horror in a rare moment of vulnerability. It feels like someone is strangling you, like someone is pushing your larynx, and you cannot control the pitch. But it gets worse. The spasms can be so powerful that they have literally broken her ribs. Think about that for a second. Her own muscles are so strong, and the disease is so aggressive that she can snap her own bones just by existing. For perfectionists like Celine, who spent 40 years hitting every note with laser precision, this loss of control is a fate worse than death. She isn't just sick. She is a prisoner in her own skin. And this is where the heroism comes in, just like Bruce Willis, who smiled through confusion to protect his family's future. Celine tried to hide this for years. We now know that before she canceled her tours, she was taking nearly lethal doses of Valium just to get through a show. 90 milligrams a day. That is an amount that could kill a normal person. Why did she do it? Why risk her life to sing All By Myself one more time? She did it for us. She did it because she didn't want to let the fans down. She numbed her body to mask the pain, sacrificing her long-term health for the momentary joy of the audience. That is not just a singer. That is a soldier falling on a grenade to save the mission.
I just want to be the best of me.
In the center of this quiet storm stands a figure we have all watched grow up. René-Charles Angélil. We remember him as the little boy with the long hair, holding his mother's hand. We remember him as a teenager standing stoically at his father's funeral, looking small and terrified in a suit that felt too big for the moment. For years, the tabloids dismissed him. They call him a Nepo baby. They criticize his lifestyle, his gambling, his rap music. They question if he was worthy of the name Angélil. But tragedy has a way of revealing a man's true character. In late 2025, René-Charles is 24 years old, and he has stepped up in a way that would make his father proud. With Celine's health declining, the weight of the massive Angel empire has fallen on his shoulders. He is no longer just a son. He is the guardian. Sources close to the family reveal that the dynamic has shifted. Celine spent her life protecting him from the cameras. Now he is protecting her He is the gatekeeper. He is the one who has to look the promoters in the eye and say no. He is the one managing the estate, shielding his younger twin brothers, Eddie and Nelson, from the harsh reality of their mother's condition. But his most important role is simply being there. Insiders say he spends hours with her, not talking about business or money or fame, but just being a son, playing poker, listening to music, try to make her laugh. Because laughter is one of the few things stiff person syndrome hasn't stolen yet. Though even laughter can be painful, he is protecting her dignity. He knows that Celine, the ultimate professional, would never want a world to see her struggle to hold a microphone or stumble while walking. He is preserving the image of the queen. He ensures that when we think of Celine Dion, we think of the gold dress, the power stance, and the perfect note. Not the wheelchair, not the pain. He has become the man his father wanted him to be.
Why didn't I go? I should have. You cannot, because you will always live with regrets, and you can't. It's not me.
To truly understand why this ending is so heartbreaking, and why her body has collapsed, we must look beyond biology. We must look at the soul, because the truth is, Celine Dion didn't just start dying when she got sick. Part of her started dying on January 14th, 2016. That was the day Rene Angelil died. Rene was not just a husband. In the history of Hollywood and music, there has never been a partnership quite like theirs. He discovered her when she was 12. He mortgaged his house to fund her first album when no one else believed. He molded her, protected her, and loved her with a devotion that is almost extinct in the modern world. He was the architect. She was the muse. For 30 years, they were one organism with two hearts. As long as Rene was standing in the shadows of the stage, nodding his approval, Celine was invincible. She could conquer Europe. She could sink the Titanic. She could rebuild Las Vegas. But when cancer took him, the fortress collapsed. She tried. My God, she tried. She stood at his funeral, hidden behind that black veil, and promised to keep going. She returned to the stage and sobbed through songs that now felt like eulogies. She told the world, the show must go on. But psychologists will tell you that grief is not just an emotion. It is a physical trauma. The body keeps the score. Celine called his death the amputation of the soul. And that was not a metaphor. Many believe that her illness is the physical manifestation of a broken heart. Her nervous system, having carried the weight of the world for so long without his partner, simply said, enough. It is a tragic, almost poetic reality. Her body could not survive without the other half of her soul. She fought to stay on stage for him. But perhaps now she realizes that the best way to honor him is not to destroy herself, but to survive for the children he left behind.
Today for me, it's like I don't live with him physically, but I live with him inside of me.
So, what does life look like for Celine Dion in late 2025? It is a life of stark contrasts. She lives in a home worth millions, filled with gold records, Grammy Awards, and photos of presidents and kings. But her world has shrunk to a few rooms. Her days are dictated by her body, good days and bad days. On good days, she can sit in the garden. She can watch the Nevada sunset, paint the sky in colors of purple and orange. She can help her twin sons, now teenagers, with their homework. She can hum softly to herself, testing the instrument, even if she can't push it on bad days. The curtains are drawn. The house is silent. The medical team is on high alert. But there is a beauty in this twilight, too. She has finally found a rhythm that isn't dictated by a tour schedule. For 40 years, she belonged to us. She belonged to the ticket holders, the record label, the critics. She was a public commodity. Now, for the first time, she belongs only to herself and her family. She is finding out who Celine is without the microphone. She is discovering that she is still mother, still a woman, still a survivor. She is reportedly organizing her archives, overseeing a final documentary project, and ensuring that her legacy is preserved exactly the way she wants it. She is not giving up on life. She is just accepting a new version of it, a quieter version. And in that acceptance, there is a profound peace. As we close this chapter, we must face the reality. The lights of Caesar's palace have dimmed on her era, The Coliseum, the house that Celine built, will host new stars. New voices will rise. But none will ever be her. Celine Dion was an anomaly, a voice that comes once in a century. She gave us the soundtrack to our first loves, our heartbreaks, and our grief. She taught us that love is the only thing that matters. And now, as she faces the silence, it is our turn to give something back to her. We need to let her go. We need to tell her that it is okay to rest, that she doesn't need to sing one more note to prove her worth, that she has done enough. The bird has not lost its wings. She has simply decided to land, to fold them around her children, and to rest. Celine, if you can hear us, thank you. Thank you for the power of love. Thank you for the tears. Thank you for the sacrifice. You have earned your peace. To all the fans watching this, do not let her legacy fade into the noise of the modern world. Share this video to honor her. Leave a comment below with your favorite Celine memory. Was it the Titanic song? Was it a concert you attended? Let's fill the comment section with love, so that if she ever reads them, she knows she is not alone. Type Amen to send your prayers to Celine and the Angel family. Subscribe to The Seventh Lens. We will continue to tell the stories of the legends who shaped our lives. Goodbye, Celine, and thank you for the music.